The world's best companies don't just set up global centers, they build something more deliberate. A place where real work happens, real talent leads, and where transformation is deeply integrated with the company's core mission. Welcome to Great Global Centers, the series where we get an inside look at some of the world's most iconic companies building right here from India. Today, we're talking about Astera Labs. Founded in 2017, Astera Labs set out to solve one of the defining infrastructure problems of the AI era: connectivity. As AI workloads scaled beyond what traditional server architecture could handle, the world needed purpose-built solutions for how data moves at rack scale. Astera Labs built them. In March 2024, they listed on Nasdaq, reaching a $1 billion revenue run rate in 32 quarters, faster than any semiconductor company in history. What they built from here is their story to tell.
Hi, I'm Shivananda Koteshwar. Everybody calls me Shivu. I'm the Managing Director SVP for Astera Labs India. Astera Labs was founded in 2017 with a very specific mission to build purpose-built connectivity solutions for AI and cloud infrastructure. Here's the simplest way I can explain what we do. AI has fundamentally changed how compute works. You're no longer talking about one server. You're talking about rack-scale systems. 200,000 GPUs working in coordination. And when you put so much of compute together, the bottleneck isn't compute anymore, it's connectivity. Connectivity is a nervous system. You can have the most powerful brain in the world. If the signals don't travel cleanly to your hands, nothing moves. That's the problem we are trying to solve. And we saw it coming before most of the other companies did. As a company, we went public in Nasdaq in 2024, March. We hit $1 billion revenue run rate in just 32 quarters, the fastest any semiconductor company has done it in the history. There were three main reasons why I looked at Astera. One was logical, one was emotional, and one was personal. Let me give you the logical reason. Here is a stat that tells you everything. When Astera started in 2017, around 3,628 companies started alongside with us in the same space. 70% folded, hundreds got acquired, only 3 went IPO, and we are the only semiconductor company among them. That's kind of a 0.1% hit rate in one of the hardest industries in the world. Who want to be a part of this kind of a journey? The second reason is more personal. I joined because I have scaled earlier and I've done this before. I was the first employee at MediaTek India, grew the team from 1 to 500 in less than 3 years. I was the 67th employee in Synopsys. The team is 6,000 people today. Many companies execute brilliantly when they are small, but then they fail to scale. I've seen it multiple times. I've seen how to avoid it. That's why I came here to do. The third was more emotional. Sanjay Gajendra was my roommate. The other roommate, Ramakrishna D, was also a part of the company. So it made a lot of sense for me to work with my friends in the company and build it together. In our growth story, a design center in India was the next logical step. San Jose is our main hub. Toronto was our next center, but talent pools have ceilings. Bangalore doesn't. We needed the depth, the mindset, the cultural fit. And what I told our CEO on day one was, I don't want to set up an execution team in India. I want to build products out of India, end to end. He said, if you're up to it, go for it. And that's the charter for the India team. The first 50 people we hired in India, not one of them was actively looking for a job. Every single one had a comfortable position. The resume wasn't in the market. We went behind each one of them individually. We sat with them, sold them the vision, and asked, can you help us build something that's never been done before? They all said yes, and that's exactly the kind of people who are here right now. Our culture runs on 6 values. We act with intent, stay customer focused, deliver results, invent and simplify, nurture trust, and raise the bar together. But underneath all of this is one operating principle, that is bottoms-up company. 30% of what we work on is company-directed, 40% is cross-functional, and rest is owned by each team. Every morning, we run through our initiatives. Titles do not determine who leads, the work does. The semiconductor ecosystem in India is in genuinely different place when it was 5 years ago. The government focus, the industry investments, the university programs, the direction is completely right. We are seeing successful semiconductor startups in India now. 5 years ago, that sentence wouldn't have made any sense. What excites me most is what Astera as a company can do for that ecosystem. We have cracked the market. We know what hyperscalers need. We have the blueprint, and we can't fill every socket on the board ourselves, nor do we want to. We want partners. We want to help the startups coming up behind us connect to the customers they don't yet know how to reach. That's the next chapter of growth and contribution for the company.
Astera Lab was founded to solve problems that didn't fully exist yet, to build the connectivity infrastructure that AI at scale would eventually demand. The engineers and chip designers in Bangalore are now core to that mission, working towards tape-outs that will ship to the world's largest hyperscalers. We're very excited to see how this journey unfolds.